So I came down to this little quiet spot to shoot this week's Q&A. But there's a fucking lawnmower going backwards and forwards behind me. But fuck it, let's crack on anyway. What's up everyone, it's Gimson and this is, what month is it? July's Q&A. So, this month I had questions from J.S. Scott, Badger and Brendan. Let's get Brendan's out of the way first. So, Brendan said, is my pubic region as grey as my beard? The answer's no, I don't have any grey pubes. Not yet. But if you like, I will pluck my first one, stick it to a piece of paper and put a little squiggle on there for you if you want.
Don't you discriminate against my people by not accepting these pubes.
We don't take pubes. End of story.
So J.S. Scott actually gave me 3 questions. There's that fucking lawnmower in the background there. Yeah, so Jay gave me 3 questions. First one, who influenced my style of rap? So, my earliest influences were, first and foremost, Tupac.
Here we go, turn it up, let's start. From block to block, we're snatching hearts and jacking marks.
Second influence, DMX.
I've been eating long enough now, stop being greedy. Let's keep it real, partner. Give to the needy.
Chester P.
Screaming at your sideline as the man status stands gate up in the pipeline. I write rhymes delivered as life for night riders.
Plan B.
Who needs actions when you got words? I ain't afraid to get physical. It's just that hit harder when I spit on the verse. Cause I'm a
Taliban Trim.
If you was brought up in a foster home with no pops, the phone drank a booze.
Doom.
As the dollar continues to lose momentum, you need land for murdered Indians to represent them.
Mike Skinner.
Now let's get to the nitty gritty. Tune reminds me of my first D.
Jam Baxter.
Down in a plane trying to howl at the sky with his face in a mountain of white you could ski on.
Cass is dead.
You say you blame the parents. I said don't be such a cunt. It's not just shitty dads and mums that make them turn to drugs and guns.
That would probably be the influence of my style of rap. So yeah, if you've got a big fuck off cauldron and you put in there Tupac, DMX, Chester P, Plan B, Trim, Doom, Mike Skinner, Jam Baxter and Cass is dead, you might kind of sort of come up with me, maybe. I don't know. I'm in this sort of like scenario at the moment where trying to like figure out who my target audience is, like who should I put my fucking music in front of. The trouble is, numerous people have now said this to me. They said I don't sound like anyone, and I mean, which is great for longevity purposes, I suppose, because if you don't sound like anyone, you've kind of got your own sort of niche market. You've got your own sound. You got something that can live on. I mean, it's great that a lot of people say that I have this, but the trouble is, it's like fucking, if you don't sound like anyone, the downside of it is finding your audience. Because if you kind of sound like someone, you just kind of go and fucking target their audience, don't you? It's like, if you sound like Dizzy Rascal, you just go and target Dizzy Rascal fans. But if you sound like a fucking Somerset cunt, then yeah, I don't know. I mean, just like the accent, the West Country accent, is one of them, innit? It's, you ever hear a fucking Bristolian or something on TV, and they just fucking stand out like a sore thumb, don't they? It's like, all right, mate, how you doing?
Apparently, the English accent was voted the sexiest in the world. You say that, but I would argue they've never been to the West Country.
Drumming it in your ears until you like it, you cunts. Fucking brainwash you or something. But yeah, they are my influences to how I sound. I think it's a good group of influences to have. Yeah. Moving on to question number 2 is also from J.S. Scott, and he says, who do I currently rate in the Southwest? So who do I currently rate? Number 1, Hi-Hatter.
Telepathy, energy, stepping like a centipede, getting cheese, center the remedies, wrapped in jealousy, forever be lost in the distance of this deaded dream. Rest in peace, bottled ambitions and broken tendency.
He's based in Cornwall. Really like his shit. He's yeah, he's good, man. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel below, or maybe put one of them cards up there for you to go and fucking check out one of his tracks. Who else do I rate? Asher Simmons.
Tamir had a BB gun, Trayvon had the Skittle pack, Walter Scott tried to run, 5 shots to the back, Alton Sterling lost his life, Philando shortly after that, Mike Brown was gunned down, Eric Garner choked to death.
Recco. So I'm actually doing a joint project with Recco, but I'm going to put Recco in this list.
Trying to decide what's required in this life, to acquire what's desired when I'm trying to survive. It's a 9 to 5 or supplying on the side, crime to get by, getting high all the time.
Next is Wishmaster.
I'm with a pad and a pencil. What I write off my mental, yes, it's mental. My life summed up in one word, eventful. No properties, but whipping brown in the rentals.
He's sick. I remember years ago at one of the early Word Life nights that Crazy was putting on at the Snug Bar in Bristol. And I remember having a brief chat with him then. And he was telling me what he was trying to build. Fair fucks to him, man. He's built on what he said he was going to build, and it's been good. Like, because where I have my time out and I didn't really make too much music, every now and then I dip in and see what was going on, and it was really good to see him progress. And it's also an inspiration as well, and also a kick up the ass for me to see like where he was sort of like 2014 and his growth and how he's come on, and his music's great. So yeah, Wishmaster, they were the first 4 that sprung to mind. I could be a fucking all day telling you people that I like. I'm one of these people that I like quite a lot of music. I like quite a lot of artists. Yeah. So the third and final question from Jay Escott was, well, it's Jay's final question. It's not the final question. I got one more from Badger in a minute, or 2 more from Badger. Who am I looking to collaborate with? Well, I'm currently collaborating with Recco. We've got a EP that we're working on. Maybe an LP. We're getting through it quite quickly.
Free time's occupied like you hate rest. Mates text, I want to sip and sniff, but my limit isn't limited and I don't like a little bit.
And I'm also doing a project with Roscoe, Tag Team Partners, Volume 2.
The devil's whisper, kissed by the sinister. Dancing with Lucifer to loosen the noose of trials and tribulations.
So they are the 2 artists I'm currently collaborating with. Who am I looking to collaborate with? Well, who wants to collaborate? I mean, if you want to collaborate, fucking send me some stuff. Put it in the comments below. Hit me up. I'm open for suggestions. Producers, rappers, singers. I recently collaborated with a guy called John Seaton on a remix for his song called The Ghost.
Those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who couldn't hear the music. See our amusement battles pain, but the most extreme voices drown out the well-informed in this post-truth era where their lies are now the norm.
I quite like doing things like that as well. So if you're like from like a different genre or something, and I really like genre blending and mixing and mashing. It's just like, do you know what I mean? I'm quite fluid like with that. Like, do you mean I like, yeah, mixing shit up a bit. It's rather than just doing your standard, this fits in this box. We're a fan of that. So if you're from some like different genre and you feel like fucking doing some genre blending, also put it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Cool. So Badger's question. Badger says, do I have an end goal with music and do I want fame? Now, do I want fame? Well, that depends on what you regard as fame. Would I like to be a fucking superstar? No, I don't want to be a superstar. Not my bag. Not my bag at all. Do I want fame and recognition amongst a group of like-minded people that are into what I'm saying? Fuck yeah. I don't want my music to just fucking be not heard and not appreciated. It's really great because recently, like, I've had like a few people now like messaging from outside just sort of like friends and family group. Like, it's great when you don't know someone, you've never met them before, you've got no prior connection, and they take the time out to comment that they like your music. There's no sort of bias. Not like your mum fucking wrapping you up and fucking, yeah, you're really good and you're fucking, but you're actually not that great.
Hello, I'm calling from internet relationship providing.
I completely got cut off then, and I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb. My missus just called me halfway through. I was fucking recording, and I'm recording this on my iPhone, so fucking stop the recording. I can't remember what I was saying. What was I saying? Don't want fame. Right. How far did I answer? Yeah, my goal, I would like... So I'd be happy with 1,000... Well, so I'd be happy with fucking 10 people that fucking... Do you mean? I'm happy with whatever number. But as a good goal, I think 1,000 people that are truly engaged and really like what you're doing, and it's like almost like a cult. Not a cult. Well, it could be a cult. I watched that film Midsommar the other night. Fucking, that's a good film. You watched that? Recommend it. My missus hated it, but yeah, I thought it was good stuff.
We only do this every 90 years.
So yeah, a little cult following of like 1,000 people, I reckon, would be a good number. End goal? No, don't have an end goal. As long as I've got something to write about, I will make music. I mean, this year I've really started to like try and push it and going on like fucking how to market your stuff and get it out there. But at the end of the day, it's art and it's fun. So the actual, I'll tell you what a good goal is, not to fucking lose sight of the reason that I'm making music in the first place. And I make music for creativity, fun, to express dark parts of myself that I wouldn't like to express normally as a person.
Dark and misty, halfway to victory. 2 degrees from crispy, and 4 degrees from history. Quick ejection to an astral projection and cut the cord that takes me back to that 3-dimensional suspension.
So that's why I make music. Yeah, I listen to music to get me through to amplify my emotions or to help soothe my emotions. Similar reason why I make music. So, end goal, not so much. I couldn't put a number on it. No, there's no numbers involved with an end goal. But 1,000 engaged, true fans, friends that are really engaged in my music, 1,000 of them that buy t-shirts and buy records would be fantastic. If I could deliver an album a year, a good album, good quality, and until the day that I start fucking writing shit, because no one wants to hear that. If I can write that good quality album once a year, people will buy the record or they buy the CD, maybe a couple of t-shirt designs a year, people will buy that, and I can sustain myself from that. I'd be happy. That would be a great goal to have, I think. Maybe I should have put some more thought into it before I answered this. But yeah, I don't know about any of you lot, but it's I found the last sort of like few months with the fucking whole Corona thing. I mean, I was in a really good like place of like, I keep with a morning routine. So I'd get up in the morning, I would do Wim Hof breathing exercises. I would do 30 minutes exercise. I would do 10 minutes meditation, followed by roughly 10 minutes writing in a journal, topped off with a cold shower. And it was great. Like my days, I always knew what I was doing. Everything was planned and it was fantastic. But with like my son off of school and like there not really being any structure, I found like fucking it started to slip. This week I've like hammered it back in and I'm like really going back in with the willpower. Like, do you mean it's like I was eating more processed food and shit, and just like as the time was going on as Corona and there was no like sort of structure, it's like I started to lose my way a bit. But I find if I've got that structure and that morning routine, it's like fucking, it was great. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else has had this. If any of you've had any of these issues with losing your routines and stuff like that. I know there's some of you might have like only gone to the gym. So how are you guys doing? Love to hear that. Like, what do you mean? yeah, cool. So yeah, they were the questions this week. Get your questions down below. If you've got any for me for next month, maybe I'll give some people a reminder, like on the Instagram stories or some shit later on, nearer the time. But I'll probably do one again in August. So just trying to fucking fill the content on the YouTube channel. Yeah, or if there's any fucking videos like that you think I should do, or any ideas that you think, do you mean? I don't want to be like fucking going down the route of like having it kind of like non-music related. Maybe I could do it like more like, I don't know, if it's not something I'm not into. It's a bit like endorsements, isn't it? Why would you take an endorsement for something that you don't truly believe in? Don't ever take an endorsement for the money, do you know what I mean? But Captain Full Set, so I've got my eyes on you. Once I build my following, if you want to like fucking, I will endorse your beard oil because your beard fucking grooming products are the fucking tits, basically. So yeah, Captain Full Sets, got my eyes on you. So yeah, safe. Love and gratitude. Remember, get your questions below for the next one. Safe.